Hello everybody, welcome back to Surviving Minecraft, the series that starts at the beginning and goes to the end, or something like that. My name is DanielAKA, and thank you for joining me. We're going to continue today with our tutorial series where we are going to go into the basics of farming. So, this is the next day. It's a little bit beyond morning, as you can see here, on our little island, and we've got a situation. So, food. We have the first of our real needs. Ooh, here's an egg. Let's grab an egg. Taken care of. You get an egg. So we have shelter. What we need now is we need some food, and you, sir, are gonna get irritating. By the way, I wanted to point this out real quick before I forgot. If you see down here, there was some more information that was on the tools in the last episode. F3 brings up the debugging menu, and pretty much everyone does this. You can get important things like if you look on the left there, there's the XYZ, that's the current coordinates that you are located at. I am going to hit F3 and H, and that gives us advanced tooltips. So now you'll see it shows like our durability. This is how many blocks we can break. So, alright. So we got a couple cows. We got at least one chicken, maybe more. What I want to do today is we're going to set up a basic farm for farming wheat. We're going to set up a basic farm for farming cattle. Let's go ahead and dig up some of this stuff here. This is probably going to take a couple of days in game. That's perfectly fine. So we will just... Oop, I didn't actually want to smelt all that up, but that's fine. We'll do that. I do want to get a few additional tools. So we've got wooden tools right now. The next step up in tools is going to be stone. So let's go ahead and make first a stone pick, just like that. Bam, stone pick. We'll do a stone axe, just like that. Let's do a stone shovel. This is going to let us dig up the sand a lot quicker. Here we go. We've got an upgrade. And let's go ahead and do a stone sword. Might as well. We have the stone. It's not going to hurt anything. That does remind me, though. Let's go ahead and change that over. Let's cook up our kelp. Because I do believe... So, kelp is found... Well, at this point, you can see it's found everywhere in the water. But if you cook up kelp... You see, kelp will act as a food source. Drop that back in. Once it's been cooked, at least. Dried out. So that is one thing you can do when you are near the ocean. If you have kelp available, go farm some kelp. In fact, yeah, it is getting darker. Let's go ahead and head here into the water real quick. And just break a bunch of kelp off. And we're taking a little bit of damage. Yep, there we go. So we have kelp floating in the water. Let's go and get that real quick. Come on, give me that kelp. Give me that kelp. Alright. I am going to head back inside. And I'm going to wait until morning when I am going to do a bit of off-camera work and just do a bunch of clearing out of some of the sand. Alright, it is morning time. Do you hear that sound? That is the sound of zombies burning in the daylight. There's still a lot of nasties out there. And just to show you what I've just been doing overnight, I've just been down here mining out this little room area, sort of like our basement to the hovel. Just because we can. It's down below. It's basically safe. There is still all kinds of nasty stuff outside, though. Let us... So we got some spiders. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Bam.
Hello everybody, welcome to a quick sidebar. I just wanted to go ahead and point out a few things while we're waiting for daylight to finish coming up here. I've continued digging down to this area. We do have a cave we are going to be exploring later, and we have found some coal. Don't hesitate if you are locked inside and can't figure out what to do to just start digging. It will be beneficial. A couple of things also here with our kelp. Our dried kelp. Yep, there we go. One thing with the dried kelp is nice besides food. 9 of them will turn into a dried kelp block. And these will smelt 20 items a piece. That's really handy. I did find some iron. And then we're going to make some charcoal and some glass. So that's all for the sidebar. I just wanted to go ahead and point out this area down here. Even though we're just digging up stone, it can be useful. Okay, so we've done a lot of leveling and clearing out the area, and one of the first things that you'll run across when you have these situations is you run out of space for stuff. So we're going to make a chest, which is just simply oak or any wood planks in a circle like that. And we're going to place it right there. In fact, we're going to make a second chest, and that's going to turn that into a double chest. Each chest has the same amount of inventory space as you do as a player. So we're going to dump all of our stuff in here, like so, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up the rest of these blocks that I dropped here. It also takes quite a bit of time to go through and do all that mining. Hey, Squid. How you doing, Squid? Come back, Squid. Come back. Ha! Here we go. Let's go ahead and get back on land. Let's go ahead real quick and throw some lights down. Light this place up. Alright, I gotta wait again for daylight. Sidebar number 2. If you are actively out and about at night when you are digging, be careful because apparently our little base is over a big cavern, and in the process of digging I fell down. So, don't do that. So we went through half of the episode and we haven't even got to the point of doing what I intended to do. That's probably going to be more typical than I'd like. So we've gotten the area flattened out. I've started putting some dirt that way. For this being basically a small island, dirt is a rather rare or uncommon resource. So we're going to make a couple of things here. First, let's grab the stone. First, I've been doing some fighting at night, and one thing that I have missed is a shield. So a shield is made with 1 bit of iron and 6 wood here. So in this pattern, bam, and this shield will go into our offhand. This is the shield slot right here. And with this, we can right-click and block stuff from happening. I've been doing a decent amount of fighting at night because with no sheep around, I need enough string from spiders to be able to make a bed. So we're about 4 away from that. I've also went ahead and lit up pretty much the entire island. So we don't need to worry too much about that. Let's go ahead and throw this down here. 1 on each side. That should help light up the top as well. So the other thing that we need to make if we're going to farm is we need to make a hoe. So a hoe is 2 sticks and 2 stone or wood or what have you. I'm going to make a couple in case I end up running out. These are not used frequently, but they are used. If you're going to make a large farm, they're used enough. We're going to be planting several different things for food and other. First, let's go ahead and head back over here. Let's go ahead and talk about farmland. That was rather ominous for me to say farmland. So, farmland is made by taking a hoe and right-clicking a patch of dirt. Just like that. Now, you see the dark there? That indicates that the ground is being hydrated. Let me go ahead and break that so you can see. Yeah, there we go. That's hydrated. Hydrated ground will stay tilled like this. Whereas unhydrated ground will not stay tilled indefinitely. It will eventually go back to regular dirt. For the most part, if you plant seeds there, the seeds should keep that from becoming untilled, but they don't grow as well as in hydrated ground. Ground is hydrated if it's tilled within 4 blocks of water, either cardinally or diagonally here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This will end up being tilled or hydrated, whereas this generally wouldn't. Or maybe we got some water elsewhere. If the water is on ground or on the same level or a level above. So we'll leave this like this. Also, in one of the zombies that I killed, we're going to talk about combat more in the next episode, but I wanted to bring this up here. He was holding a potato. So potatoes are another food crop, and we will plant that there. Now, food crops, when they are harvested after growing to their full potential, you will get more out of them than when you planted. So a single potato is enough to eventually plant as many potatoes as you want, as long as you pull them out of the ground and replant them all. Same with seeds. The other thing I'm going to plant right now is going to be sugarcane. In fact, I'm going to go all the way down here. Sugarcane can be planted on dirt or sand that is adjacent to water. So I can't plant it here, but I can here. Just like so. Now, in planting it this way, I sort of akin this to opportunistic farming. We're not doing this in any specific order. We're just throwing it down in the natural environment and letting it grow. We'll do an organized sugarcane farm at a later point. We'll also do a more organized regular farm at a later point as well. So I'm going to go ahead and let these grow, and I'll be back in a second here once this is finished. Now, while we're waiting for the stuff to grow, we're going to go ahead and make a set of fences. So fences and gates are going to be what we're going to use. There's several different ways to do this, but in this case, we're going to go and use fences and gates, the old traditional method of pinning in these animals here. So I'm going to go ahead and make, I think that should be fine. I'm going to make 1 fence gate. 2 fence gates. Let's go ahead and make a 3rd fence gate. 1 for chickens, 1 for dogs, 1 for cows. And let's go ahead and turn the rest of this into fences. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and, yes, I'm talking about you over there. We're going to go ahead and we've got 1 chicken, 1 wolf, and 2 cows. The cows are sufficient. The chickens, we don't have enough for breeding wolves. We will have to bring one back at a later point, but I think we'll still pin him up. So how do we wish to play this out here? All right, so let's say I want a 3x3 area. So this is the sort of area that we're going to fill in 9 spaces internally. 4, so 16 of these. Let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4. And this way we can chop out the middle. We can put in a gate, just like this. 3. Bark, bark, bark. Actually, I'm not going to worry about pinning you up for now. Let's go take a look at this. Something else I wanted to mention here as well. For tilled land like this, if you jump on it, it turns back into dirt. So be careful when you're moving around. I'm going to go ahead and break this to get our seed because I don't care if that turns back or not. Each animal has its own preferred source of food. So the first one here, chickens. Chickens like seeds. Come on, chicken, chicken. Haha! The other one is cows like wheat. I don't have any wheat at the moment, but that is perfectly fine for now. If you take 2 of an animal and you feed 2 animals their preferred food source, well, the only source they'll eat, you can breed them together. 2 chickens will get you a baby chicken. Chickens are also kind of special. They make eggs, and eggs can also be used to hatch just by throwing, and we weren't lucky, but just by throwing it, you can potentially get another chicken. I'm looking at you, cow. What do you want? All right. So that is for that. I'm going to go ahead and plant this and wait for this to grow to full. The next thing we're going to farm is going to be kelp. Now, since we're next to the ocean and the kelp is flowing, this is pretty straightforward. Swim down and break off the kelp just by punching it, and it floats to the surface. So this is probably going to be, although I don't like using this because it takes so much kelp to fill you up, it is the most plentiful option we have at the moment. When you are cutting down the kelp, I would advise to break it at least 1 above the base. That way it will regrow, or else just go ahead and manually plant some more. So to give you an idea, for instance, just go through and plant it. Now these can grow really, really tall. So if you wanted the full advantage of that, you would want to go down a good long way. Just beware of your breath. Alright. Now I really am going to wait for that that wheat to finish growing. Alright, so I am going to be honest, I have... There we go. Cleared out a bunch of these torches because I actually wanted some monsters to spawn. I'm looking for some spiders here, honestly. All right, wolf. Wolves can be tamed with bones. There we go. Nice. That is definitely my first attempt at taming a wolf, yes. So, with wolves, once they are tamed, you can... Come on, follow me. They will attack skeletons for you or anything else that you would attack. And they can be bred, 2 wolves can be bred using, like, meat. Like, for instance, you know what, let's put you over here. Come on, Wolfie. Although your name is not Wolfie. I don't know what your name is. I'll figure it out at some point. But you stay there. Right-clicking makes them set or not. When they're not setting, they will follow you. If you get too far away, they will just teleport right to you. So, they are really handy. Let's go ahead and grab some more of this. And let's cook that up. That. And that. Alright. I gotta stop jumping. It's just gonna make me hungrier. See what I mean about dried kelp taking forever? So, we have several levels to it, to vegetables being grown. For instance, here, up to this. So this is fully grown wheat. Or maybe it wasn't fully grown wheat. My mistake. And we have potatoes. There we go. So potatoes, for instance, like this, we get 4 potatoes. I'm going to have... So, bones. Since I don't need any more bones for wolves, I'm going to turn this into bone meal. Each bone turns into 3 bone meal when crafted. Bone meal is fertilizer. So, and that is fully grown. That is fully grown. That is fully grown. Here we go. So we got 7 seeds, 8 seeds. Yep, and then we got 3 wheat out of that. So that is really handy. Let's do this again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Let's go get our cows in the cow pen. Come on, cows. The fact that we found cows on this little island here like this is extremely lucky for us. Cows are going to be our main food source going forward once we start breeding them. And we also need a lot of them. Really? Come on. Get in here. Come on, cows. Get in here. Cow, come on. You know what? You are being a real pain. There we go. And I don't think you can get out, can you? Can you get out of the pen? You can. That's what I thought. They were just being stubborn earlier. Cow. Let me show you a little trick to this. So these are 1.5 blocks tall, which is why you can't just jump over them and why the cows and stuff can't just get out. Put a block on the outside next to this here like that. And they can jump onto that and they can follow you in. Just like that. So let's go ahead and... There. So you guys will be staying in here permanently. We're going to feed 1 to each cow, and they are going to create a baby cow. There we go. The parrots and the bats. And no additional chicken. So as we get additional chicken, we'll breed them up with seeds. But between beef and wheat, we are going to have plenty of food going on out here. And in fact, wheat, take a look at this. Well, we'll do it in just a moment here. 3 wheat will make us a bread. We just have to do it in the 4x4 crafting. Let's go ahead and plant some more of this. There we go. We're just going to fill this entire end of the island down here with this. The other thing that I do want to do is to do some trees, but I think I'm going to do a managed tree farm here in a later episode. Whoa, got a bit of rubber banding or something there. So, there we have it. We have cows, we have a chicken, we have multiple things that are being farmed, and we've done quite a bit for one episode. On the next episode, we're going to address combat and gearing up. So I'm going to be doing a bit of digging and mining off camera in preparation for that, but I will see you in the next episode. If you do have any comments or suggestions, go and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any tips or tricks for anyone listening, please do that as well. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and hit that bell notification button to get notified when you see when I release videos in the future. So as always, thank you for joining. Enjoy Minecraft, and you have a great day. Bread.